And now it's time for Ask Jove, where I answer your questions, really anything you want to know. And I couldn't be more excited to be joined in studio by my dear friend Sloan, and we are so excited to Ask Jove.
All right, Jove, today's question comes from the West Coast.
Ooh, my hometown.
Emily from Los Angeles is wondering.
Hi, Emily.
Hi, Emily. My fiance and I are feeling overwhelmed by the pressure of having a picture-perfect wedding, especially with social media amplifying this expectation.
Yep.
We want our wedding to be authentic and meaningful, but it's hard not to get caught up in the Instagram-worthy details.
For sure.
Jove, how do you address the pressure that couples feel today?
Yeah, it's a great question, and it is overwhelming. You know, I almost feel like people who got married in the 70s, 80s, early 90s, early aughts had it a little bit better because no one saw your wedding images. Like if you were in the room, that's what it was, you know? Now the pressure is high for people. Is my wedding going to be featured? Is my wedding going to be is my planner, my florist, are they going to put it on their Instagrams? Are my friends going to put it on their Instagrams? Is it going to be on someone else's Pinterest board? I mean, like, it is pretty wild out there. And I think it's easy to get swept up in all of that. But at the end of the day, I'll never forget this mother of the bride told me while me and her daughter were fully swept up. I mean, I think if you hire me, that's, you want it to be that way. Mm-hmm. But we were fully swept up. Maddie, I don't know if you remember.
Love Maddie.
We were fully swept up in the best possible way. And her mom sat us down like I was her child. And she looked at me and her daughter and my client. And she said, I just want you to never forget it's about the love in the room. Like at the end of the day, that's what matters most. And so I think, Emily, if you can anchor in that sentence, it's about the love in the room, then everything else is a bonus. For sure, you should personalize it. You should customize it. You should make it feel like you, look like you, smell like you. It should be a reflection of your love story with your partner or partners. But that pressure, you've just got to let it go. Like redirect your focus because otherwise you're going to drown. Is this good enough for who? Get rid of the idea of publications and the internet. Does it bring you joy? Does it make your fiance happy? Is it reflective of who you are? Then you should keep doing it, and start with the basics. Like some people go really big picture first, but I think like a menu is a really perfect example. A lot of people overlook a menu, but what are your favorite foods? Like when your friends think of you, what do they think about? You know what I mean? Like, do you love French fries and chicken nuggets, or are you a caviar and oyster girl? Like, who are you? Are you a champagne or a Prosecco boo? Are you a tequila or vodka? Or do you not drink? Like, all of these things, I think, start with the food. Infuse all of your favorite things. Then the music, all of your favorite songs, all of your favorite artists. Then as you move into design, make choices that feel like you. And I think, like, use Pinterest, use these blogs as inspiration, but you can't let them be your competition or your North Star because there will always be a bigger, more beautiful, better wedding. You know what I mean? Like even that like Instagram wedding, what was it? $60 million.
Oh my gosh.
Did you see it?
Bonkers.
Yeah. Like psychotic.
Yeah. Like
in Paris and at Amangiri. And like, it was wild. And now her husband's in jail. I mean, like, no shade, but like, don't shoot people. Don't shoot cops. I digress. But she had a picture-perfect wedding. But look at her life.
Right.
Look at her choices.
Right.
So all that to say, like, I just think at the end of the day, don't get swept up in it. Did you use a blog? What inspired your wedding? You were married what year?
2015.
2015.
Yeah.
So like at the beginning almost of a lot of these blogs.
Absolutely.
Where did you find inspiration?
I mean, it's so interesting because I think back to how you, Jove, manage your kind of like intro your first date with the couples that you work with.
Yeah.
And a lot of that is based off of what their own personal style is and what their home looks like and artifacts they have
I
around
love seeing
their
people's
space.
homes. I'm obsessed.
Yeah, that is such a great approach because I think it really centralizes people to think about, okay, well, what are the things that we love and that we care about? And so there were some things that we wanted because we got married on New Year's Eve. And so it was like, okay, we want it to be fun. We want it to be a party and we want to have color. And we want people to just have a damn good time.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of like our North Star.
Yeah.
There were some like trends that we did, like whenever you stand with the huge balloon and you're standing like so still. And I
Yes.
look back and I'm like, that is the silliest photo.
It is a timestamp.
It is the silliest
It is a timestamp,
photo.
but everybody had it.
Everyone had it.
Yeah.
And it was very much in like the kind of like early 2010s vibe, you know, that one moment. And I'm like, why did we do that?
Yes.
But it was fun and it was hilarious and it was obscenely windy.
Yes.
And so I look back at the photos and I'm like, well, that was a
You're
very
like,
poor
a lot
decision.
of work for this balloon photo.
Exactly.
But I also think
Exactly.
for Emily, like, and no disrespect to trends, every year planners, designers get emails from all the publications in like November. And they're like, what are the trends for next year? But we are all just kind of putting out there what we think are going to be the trends. But at the end of the day, like the trend, the color of your outfit, the color of your tablecloth, the type of flowers, where there are flowers, like none of that has any bearing on the success of your marriage.
Correct.
At all.
At all.
So like do it your way. You know what I mean? Like they say at Burger King, like do it. Is that what they say? I don't eat Burger King.
I have no idea.
I feel like they say.
I don't eat meat. I don't know.
Oh my God. They have the Impossible Burger now. But anyways, my life motto is always you do you. And I think it's the same in weddings. Like it's inspiration only, not aspirational.
Yes.
Like, and take pieces from the things you see and incorporate those if you love them, but leave the rest at the door. There's only one you. So showcase that, showcase your love and have the best time ever. And you know what? Turn off all your phones. Like tell your friends to leave their phones at home. We don't need people taking pictures of us on our cell phones that do not look cute.
Especially in your after party.
Especially late night. I feel like photos only get, ickier as the night goes on. Like the makeup is dripping.
There you are.
Yeah, if you're like really at a party and you're giving it your all on the dance floor, you don't look glamorous. No one should be I call those revenge pictures.
Or actually the most candid photos of the event.
Also that.
Your non-Instagram worthy moments.
Those should never make the Instagram. That is correct. When you're like squatting on the floor, making that look that certain song brings out in you. Emily, we've digressed, but I really think you've just got to focus on your love, focus on what speaks to you, and trust your gut. Well, that's it for today, and wasn't that fun? Don't forget to send your questions. Again, any questions, send them our way to hi@jovemeyer.com, and maybe I will answer them on air. If you can, send a voice memo. I love to hear your voice.